Told the cameras his wife was missing. He begged for her return. He cried on national television. Chris Watts was the perfect grieving husband. He was also her killer. On August 13, 2018, in Frederick, Colorado, Chris Watts strangled his pregnant wife, Shanann Watts, in their bedroom while she slept. Shanann was 15 weeks pregnant with their third child, a boy they had already named Nico. Then Chris walked into his daughter Bella's room. Bella was 4 years old. Then he walked into Celeste's room. Celeste was 3. He killed them both. Then he got dressed, loaded their bodies into his work truck, and drove to an Anadarko petroleum oil field where he worked. He buried Shanann in a shallow grave. He stuffed Bella and Celeste into crude oil tanks. His own daughters, in oil tanks. Chris Watts was 33 years old. From the outside, his life looked perfect. A house in the suburbs of Colorado. A beautiful wife. 2 little girls who called him daddy. A third child on the way. Neighbors described him as quiet, polite, a good father. Shanann had over 80,000 followers on Facebook where she posted videos of their family life, birthday parties, vacations, the girls laughing. To the world, this was a happy American family. But Chris Watts had a secret. Her name was Nicole Kessinger. For months, he had been having an affair with a coworker. He wanted out of his marriage. He wanted a new life. And instead of filing for divorce, he chose something unthinkable. On the night of August 12th, Shanann returned home from a business trip at 2 in the morning. The girls were already asleep. What happened in that bedroom in the next few hours will never fully be known. But the result was clear. By morning, Shanann, Bella, Celeste, and unborn Nico were all dead. That same morning, a neighbor's doorbell camera captured Chris loading something into his truck in the early hours. He drove to the oil field. He went to work like a normal day. When Shannon's friend came to check on her that afternoon and found the house empty, she called police. Officers arrived. Chris came home from work. He stood in front of cameras, tears in his eyes, and told the world his wife and daughters were missing. He pleaded for their safe return. He said, "I want them back." Investigators were suspicious from the first hour. His behavior was off. His story kept changing. Within 48 hours, police brought him in for questioning. They told him they had evidence. They showed him the neighbor's camera footage. They told him they knew, and Chris Watts broke. He confessed, but even then he tried to blame Shanann. He claimed she had killed the girls and he had acted in a rage. It was a lie. Forensic evidence and the autopsy reports told the real story. Bella had fought for her life inside that oil tank. She had survived longer than anyone imagined. That detail alone shattered the nation. On November 6, 2018, Chris Watts stood in a Colorado courtroom and pleaded guilty to 3 counts of first-degree murder, 2 counts of murder of a child, and 1 count of unlawful termination of a pregnancy. He was sentenced to 5 consecutive life sentences with no possibility of parole. He will die in prison. Frederick, Colorado still carries the weight of that August morning. Shanann was 34 years old. She had spent years building a life, a home, a family. Bella loved her pink shoes. Celeste loved to dance. Nico never got a chance to breathe. There is a particular kind of evil that wears the face of a husband and a father. It does not announce itself. It lives in a suburban house, mows the lawn on weekends, smiles for family photos. And that is what makes it the most terrifying evil of all, not the monster you can see coming, but the one sleeping in the next room. Goodbye for now, and I will see you very soon in our next story. Until then, stay safe, stay aware, and never forget crime never wins in the end.